The first term I want you to understand is campus worker. Campus worker is anyone who plans on engaging with minors on or off our campus. So again, whether you are a one-time volunteer or an ongoing person working with our minors, you are considered a campus worker under this policy. A congregant is anyone who's participating in any event programming that is sponsored by the church, the Cornwell Center, or through the week school. So an example I use with this is like this. Let's say that you are attending a Cornwell Center basketball game just as a family member or friend. In that situation, you are a congregant. If, however, you are coaching or assisting that basketball team in any way, you are considered a campus worker. So the delineation is one is trained and one is not. If you're trained, you have a little bit extra responsibility just to be aware of things. Campus-sponsored activities are exactly how they sound. It can include things that happen on our campus or off our campus. If it has the Myers Park Baptist Church sponsorship, a children's ministry event, a youth ministry event, we consider these to be campus-sponsored activities. A minor is a child who is under the age of 18, and this term also includes those who are legally incompetent regardless of their age. Parent is understood as parent. Caretaker is someone other than the parent who is responsible for a minor's health and welfare in a residential setting. And then the last couple of terms are known offender, anyone who has been arrested for, convicted of, or who has pled guilty to, or has otherwise been admitted to an act, civil or criminal, of abuse or neglect of a minor, including but not limited to sexual abuse. Child abuse is defined as the following. There's a lot of different ways you can define child abuse, so I just encourage you to read through those. Same with child neglect. Sexual abuse also has a very broad understanding, as does sexual harassment. But the sexual harassment is really important here because I just want to touch on this just a little bit. We live in a very different world than we did 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Our language has changed, our understanding of the person as an individual has changed. And so we just want to make sure that we are always above board when it comes to how we are interacting with minors. So while this is not a definitive definition, it cannot be exhausted. We aim to make sure that no one is engaging in a way that makes another person, minor or otherwise, feel uncomfortable. So some of the things that we do are making sure that we are paying attention to the language that we're using, not using anything that could sound flirty or even teasing about the way someone looks. We want to make sure that we're not forcing anyone to give us a hug. I do a lot of high fives. And even then, if a kid doesn't want a high five, that's okay. It is not a reflection of anything but their choice. There's to be no ongoing engaging in, don't you want to come over and hang out at our house? Even if you're a parent, these kids get to have the opportunity to make these decisions for themselves. If you see something that falls into any of the above categories, we want you just to let us know. Maybe you might not be comfortable handling the situation in that moment, but there are plenty of us who are comfortable, and all you have to do is bring it to our attention.